What is happening? Welcome to my channel. My name is Matt Bradford. I actually don't know what today's video is going to be called yet because these are the videos that never do well on my channel. If you enjoy this kind of video, it's kind of me talking and like figuring stuff out as we go. If you enjoy this kind of video, then please drop a comment and share and do all this stuff. Also, I'm on Patreon. There's not going to be any materials for Patreon here today, but I do have backing tracks and stuff, and it's how I'm trying to support this channel. So, if you just want to support me, it's $5 a month. It's really nice. Anyway, whatever. We're here. So, check it out. I love this guitar. This is an Apocalypse machine. I built these. I build them for myself. They're not for sale, although at the end of this video, this one might be. I don't know. I love this guitar. I got to play it with Tool. And I will never stop showing that clip. I will never stop. That was what a cool moment. And you know who you are if you're watching. Thank you for having me. I can't tell you what that meant. Yeah, I appreciate you. Anyway, but this guitar, this was the only humbucker guitar I had at that time. And so it was the one I used. But even at that time, I had a different set of pickups in here. So these are Wagner Godwoods. Before I had Wagner Dark Bursts, and I actually really liked those pickups. And I gave them to a buddy of mine who's a really high-level player. He had a set of pickups in his SG that he didn't like, and so we put those in there instead, and he loved them, and so I said, please take them. You know, he's given me plenty of stuff over the years, and he seems to like them, so I trust him. And then I built some other humbucker guitars. I put the Wagners in I put the Godwoods in rather, as I get all over the place, because they're a little more aggressive sounding, and I was looking for a little more aggression out of the instrument. But as I've built other humbucker instruments, and we're going to go through them in a second, I've found that I don't like the way this one sits. This one kind of feels a little flat. It kind of feels a little bit less, it's just less inspiring for me. So this might end up being a tone wood video. This might end up being a pickup video. This might end up being, I don't know. I'm going to probably publish it just because it's a fact-finding video for me, but these never go great. This guitar is made out of mahogany, right? Yeah. It's a 3-piece mahogany, 26-inch scale guitar. And I'm using today my Satellite Elmer because it's a pretty dirty amp. It is currently on the volume's at like 10 o'clock. Full up, it sounds like this. Let's turn the boost off. Full up, it sounds like this. Which is really cool. By the way, just as an aside, you know, with the Tool thing and everything else, you know, as it's coming out, there's some guys out there that maybe aren't able to play the things that are on their videos. That would have sucked. And so I will just say that the things that you see here, I try to leave the mistakes in a lot of times, unless they're so egregious that it's just like not watchable. But, you know, I play the stuff that I'm playing. So as an aside, I don't know. I need coffee. Okay, so we are full blast. It's pretty rocking. But so again, the reason to use that amp is I want to see what the cleanup is like on these new pickups. I want to see how the instrument reacts in those situations. So full up on the neck pickup, and then I can roll the volume back. And I really love that. I really love, you know, my guitars. One of the things I look for in pickups is that they will clean up. I look for my guitars to have some of that ability. I've always loved the way the Wagners clean up, and I don't need a treble bypass cap in here to do that. Some pickups really need that. If I put a treble bypass cap in here, it actually doesn't roll off right. I'm not a hard or fast, like we gotta have one or not. If you don't know what a treble bypass cap is, basically it keeps your volume, it keeps your guitar sounding a little bit brighter as you roll the volume back. There's a variety of ways to do it. I like to do the Kinman version when I do it. Personally, that's my favorite sounding one. And if you Google that stuff, it'll come right up. This is a thing that you can do yourself if you have any soldering ability at all. And if you don't, you should probably learn to solder if you're playing electric guitar, because it is fun to kind of just be able to try different things and all that. Okay, so this guitar, again, full up. Now, that doesn't sound bad. Sounds pretty good. But when I compare it to this one, also TV yellow, probably my favorite color of guitar, this one has a righteous sound diadem in the bridge. Now again, we're not going to compare the necks because obviously it's not the same. But this is, it's already way beefier sounding. This is it's an ash middle part and then mahogany ends. So different kind of guitar. If you don't believe in tone woods, I would suggest you play more guitars. But for me, as far as like a gainier sound, this is probably my favorite instrument, and just such a beefy, big, awesome sound. Let's go back to the other one. Now, here's another aside, by the way, as I do this. You'll notice I'm just plugging in and unplugging. I'm not turning the amp off first or going to standby. I heard somebody say one time, like, yeah, I've seen an amp blow up doing that. No, you haven't. It's not how amps work. It makes me furious. The reason to not do that, it's an annoying noise, and that's the only reason. You're not harming the amp by doing that. So, yeah! There's just so much misinformation out there. There's so much misinformation out there. So I'm going to try to be a source of not misinformation. So here we are. Again. Right? Just kind of flat sounding. Let's go back to the other yellow one. Baby. You know, so for me, this is a better sounding instrument in kind of every way, which is upsetting because I really love the way that the other one feels. I love the way this one feels too, by the way. But, you know, I love the way that this instrument feels. I love the way it looks. I got this really nice tortoise shell here. We got the nice knobs. If you've ever seen my video about lap steels, I love these knobs from Forney Custom Guitars. Has the tortoise shell peg head overlay, and it has, you know, a history with me. But as of now, just kind of flat. It doesn't really have the... Doesn't really do it for me. So now, let me, just because, like, maybe it's like, oh, maybe the other one is really special. And it is. Here's one more guitar. I love this one too. This one's cedar. All of these are a 26-inch scale. This one is 100% cedar. It's a really lightweight guitar. Once again, righteous sound pickups. Josh does an amazing job, by the way. And this pickup is his gazing humbucker, and it just... There's like a level of clarity with the gazing pickup that is stunning. And this guitar is a pretty rich sounding, lightweight. It's a less focused sound, but it's a... Obviously a little bit lower output, right? Less gainy, but compared to this guy, right? This has more gain. It doesn't, I mean, I would set the amp differently with this one, but check it out. And once again, humbuckers, neck and bridge, so we can do a little more comparison on the cleanup. So that's stunning. And this is a set that Josh made for me. I don't remember exactly what the neck pickup is. It is in my big pickup, my big lap steel pickup video. I talk all about this set, but if you message Josh at Righteous Sounds, he can tell you more about them if you like these. So I have a couple of guitars that I really love the way they sound, and then I have a guitar that kind of sounds flat and not great. So that brings us to this, which is Glyn Evans, Mr. Glyn's pickups. He's from New Zealand. That's not a good accent. Don't do that. So the point is, we were talking on Instagram, and he said, "Hey man, if you want a set of pickups, I'll send you a set." And I said, "Let's do it." I told him what was going on with this guitar, and so he sent me a set of pickups. I love it when the packaging is like this, right? And there's like the cool little robot. And we talked about like kind of what was going on and what I was looking for, and he said these clean up really well and they work well with fuzz, which I don't necessarily need things to work well with fuzz, especially humbuckers. I just, I like to hit amps with an overdrive more with humbuckers than with fuzz, but I love fuzz. So he sent me these pickups and he made me these really cool covers, right? And that's just a stunning. It's so cool. So we're going to put them in Mr. Glyn's pickups. This is a neck Playmaker. These are the Playmaker pickups. We're going to put them in the guitar, and we're going to see if it can save the guitar. So we got a couple options, right? One, the guitar itself is a dud. It's a possibility. The other possibility is that those pickups in that instrument don't do what I want them to do. I have had them in other instruments, and they've sounded good. I haven't had the comparison. So let's run out to the shop. The shop is, I just moved, so the shop is kind of in pieces, but we'll see if we can't get a good camera angle, and let's throw some new pickups in the guitar and see how it sounds. All right, new pickups are in the guitar, and they look rad. They look rad. Let's see how they sound, because it's great that they look cool. We want them to sound cool. That's the whole idea, and then we're gonna compare them, and we're gonna see. Right? Is this guitar a dud? Were those pickups not a good match for this guitar? Got shop hands right now, not playing hands. pretty cool sounding, but I don't have the memory of what the other one sounded like. We need comparisons. So, let's go to this puppy. All right. Interesting. This might have been the solution. Mr. Glyn might have known what he was talking about, the guy who makes pickups. Oh! Playing hands, come on. Okay, these are pretty cool pickups, I think. But let's see. I mean, they're definitely different sounding guitars because they're different pickups and different woods and all that, but they're both... Okay. They feel like an improvement. Let's cut to the cut back to earlier when I was playing the other ones. Okay, now we're back to this and they certainly feel improvement-like. But this is still... You know, I'm gonna tell you. Let's do the green one too, real quick. I may be losing perspective. They both sound really good, I think. I think these are an improvement. I think they are. I don't know. You gotta tell me. I mean, you guys, what do you think? They definitely have different character. I don't know, man. I can't tell. I definitely think I still prefer this instrument. Let's hit it with a boost. Let's hit the amp with a boost and see. But I think at the end of the day, my takeaway at this moment is that... Hi. My takeaway at this moment is I think these pickups are an improvement. I think at the end of the day, it's an opportunity for me to build a couple more guitars. Oh no! But let's hit it with a boost. Let's just see what happens with a boost. All right, this is a Analog Man Prince of Tone Enzo. Okay, this is an Analog Man Prince of Tone boost mode. So just hitting the amp a little harder. All right, and that was that one. But now we're starting to get some juice. That was pretty cool. Okay. What do we think? I don't know. It's starting to shine now. So again, look, this is a long video. It's mostly just me testing out pickups and talking. I think this guitar, I don't think it's my favorite guitar clean, but I think as we start adding gain, it's pretty cool. Let's try a fuzz pedal. This is a number 2 boost from Tungsten Amplification. Okay, let's compare it to this other guy. I think with that, I actually prefer the other guitar. I think as we've been getting more gain, I've been happier with these pickups. Yeah. Pretty pleased. I'm not gonna lie. It's taking me off guard. I thought I was gonna have to replace this guitar, but as I'm getting more used to them, makes that face, you know? Okay, there I'm not loving it. Let's try a Klon. Let's try a Klon. Klon style pedal, not a Klon pedal. I don't have that much money. But Klon style, this is a Kasler Pelion. That's pretty stanky and rad. But not as stanky and rad as that. You know, I'm gonna tell you what, it sounds good. It sounds better, I think, than it did. I don't know. You know, I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna end up building a new guitar with these pickups in it. Because this guitar, just for whatever reason, I just can't get it to hit me where I want it to hit me. So, yeah, that's where we're at. If you were interested in buying it, I would consider selling it. But not with these pickups, because I didn't pay for these. And so I would not give them away. I don't give away anything. When people give me stuff, I don't ever give it away. That's just what it is. But yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. I hope this was an interesting journey. If you hated it, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. If you want more of just me just talking about music stuff, let me know. I like this stuff, you know. My partner's tired of hearing me talk about it, so now I get to talk to you guys. Thanks for hanging.